It's time to plant potatoes. But after 6 years of laying down mulch, I've got a problem. I don't know where the mulch ends or the soil begins. That was Oklahoma red clay. That's a good problem to have. Well, it's time to chit or get off the pot. Did he just say chit? Why, yes, I did. Chitting is just a process of early sprouting. You know, we keep the seed potatoes in a cool, dark place, but even without the light, they're going to tell you when they want to go in the ground, just like the sweet potatoes. Now, you can force these to chit just a little early by taking them out of the closet and putting them on the windowsill, and you'll also have some wonderful sprouts and you'll be a little ahead of the game. A lot of our seed potatoes are about this size. Now, I want to go ahead and we're going to cut this. A lot of people swear by this method, and this will increase the amount of potatoes you can plant. Now, all we're going to do is we're just going to leave these facing up for a day or two, and they'll scab over. Oh, that one's probably okay not to, but if you're going to cut these, you want to leave at least 3 eyes on each side. Now, if you got a great big potato, you can cut them in a couple pieces. And these we cut, they scabbed over nicely. They're ready to go in the ground. We've got another little problem, and that's the voles. They like these potatoes just as much as we do. So we're going to modify how we plant. We're not just going to drop and cover like we used to do. We're going to modify this a little bit. It's still going to be a drop and cover in the deep mix mulch, but we're going to have to treat for those voles, and we're going to use castor oil. I'll show you what we're going to do. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to remove all of our mulch, take it down to bare soil. Uh-oh. I know, the no-dig guy's got a shovel. Well, I'm not really digging. I'm just making a light little trench. We're piling this up. We're doing this so we can treat for the voles. We're going to put castor oil down the middle and all the way around. And that worked really good for the sweet potatoes. And for your purists out there, this gives your potatoes a little hill. And we're going to have really good soil contact. And now for my Vanna White moment. Castor oil was recommended by one of my viewers a couple years ago. I didn't know if it would work, but I've been using it and it's helped an awful lot. Now remember, the moles, they go after the worms. Then the voles, which are little bitty mice with no tails on them, never come in your house, they follow in those tunnels. By putting castor oil, which is all organic, it just seeps into the ground. They cannot stand it. It makes a barrier. So we're going to make an entire perimeter, and then we're going to put some up and down each row, and that way we'll keep those little voles out of here. So I'm just going to take a handful, make sure I got a nice solid line all the way around. And that ought to keep them out. So let's go ahead and get some potatoes planted. I may have enough that we'll have to open this row up over here, but for right now, let's get these in. And I'm just going to work these down a little bit. And I'm just going to work these down on a zigzag pattern. We can get more in here. This is one that we cut. This way I know we have good soil contact all the way around. And some of these seed potatoes are kind of small. But I'm expecting a pretty good little harvest. We had another problem. We ate the last of our potatoes just the other night. Now when you plant like this, they come out of the ground really clean. Came out and looked at one of the plants that had died completely back, and look what I found underneath. So you know what time it is? It's time to harvest. See what we're gonna get. how do you make them last all winter long? Well, we like to freeze them. We like to peel them, do a light blanch, and then freeze them. Vacuum sealed bags work really well. And remember, this way we're not going to do any hilling. We'll come back in a little while and add more mulch, but that's just to keep the sun off of them. The difference between determinate and indeterminate potatoes are kind of like tomatoes. One will grow a little bigger, one's going to stay the same size. The determinate, they're just going to put potatoes on at the root layer. The indeterminate might come up the stalk a little bit, but those potato towers, that's just a fancy trick. You cannot put one potato in the bottom of a bucket, keep adding dirt, and have potatoes come up 4 feet. It just doesn't work that way. And I'm just going to give them a light little cover since we have all this loose soil, and then we're going to mulch back on top of them. I am going to have to make a couple more rows right off here to the side, but you see what we're doing here. This is how easy it is. You just mulch back in around. Just mulch back in on top. As you move it around, it just naturally mixes up. And now we just let the life in the soil take care of it. And if you want to learn more about the life in the soil, I've written a small guide. It's in the description box below. You might find it helpful. You can do this too. And until next time, remember, take care of yourself, take care of your family, put down castor oil for your voles, and cover your potatoes. It's a chitty job, but somebody's got to do it. Take care of yourself, take care of your family, and God bless you. Come on, let's plant.
Let's go plant garden.